plans is now is this crane deal, which I did have mounted over there, which is kind of useless. And there's the hoist and that boom there and this boom here and all that goes with it. What I'm going to attempt to do is put a axle under there with golf cart tires on it so that I can move it outside and use it out there if I need to. This axle is not very strong, but it doesn't really have to be, because the only weight's going to be on it just be what's on that boom assembly there. I just want this to move it with, and it'll be flat on the ground whenever I get it set up, or get it set where I want it. So I'm going to get busy and weld these little pieces in here. I hammered the pipe down so it fits in this, and that's pretty flimsy, but I think it'll work. And then I got these pieces. They're not the same length, but I'm going to jam them in here and weld all this together. Like I say, welding on this is pretty flimsy, but I'll try to make it strong enough, and or at least that won't come apart. So I'll get busy and weld this up, and we'll get back in a little bit. I'm trying to get this axle welded up. As I've said many times, I'm no expert welder, so don't get too concerned if it looks terrible. But I've been working north and working, trying to get these things level, and this level, and then I believe what it is this pipe is bent. This was in that house when we burnt that junk over at the other house. This was in there. So I think I'll just do like they do the old Ford trucks. I'll just bend it to get the pitch right, or a little better. It may not be perfect, but it'll get better. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and attempt to finish tacking this up and welding it up and cobbling it up and whatever else goes with it. See where we get from there. I thought at first it's because the pipe was bent, and it might be a little, but I think it's malfunctioning my engineering ability. So this one's pretty reasonably straight, and this one is not. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the angle grinder and cut this down a little ways, bend it where I think it needs to be, and re-welded. That should work. Okay, that's it for now. I don't know what kind of metal that is there. I know it's galvanized, but it seems like it's something else. I got another piece here, and I'm not going to use it. I got the fan on because of the fumes off the galvanized, but I don't seem to want to weld at all. I know I'm not a very good welder, but it almost looks like a mixture of aluminum and something else. I don't know what it is. So I'm going to stick this whole piece of regular old iron on here on this side for bracing. Alright, let's see what we get next. Well, I got that all clamped down there and everything. Well, that surely hold it, so I turn it over, but I can't tip it over forward. It's just too hard to do. So I'm thinking about putting a couple of 5/16 bolts down there, somewhere around where them clamps are, a little inside maybe, and then maybe I can wrestle it around enough then without knocking my clamps loose. I don't want to adjust I don't get my wheels too far out of whack from what they are. I'm thinking I can tip it back and roll it on the wheels that way. It won't be much clearance, but maybe a little. So we'll see how far we get with it. I think I'm about done for this evening. I put bolts in there, 2 of them, and I can eventually flip it over somehow. Turn it over backwards, and I can maybe gob some more weld on it. But I've just been about wore out the rest of the day here. I always got to get all cut up, you know, one place and then another and all that, but that's okay. It's just thin skin. That way you get rid of some of that bad blood, I guess. All right, I'll put this one on, and then tomorrow when we get to it, we'll try to finish it up. I just got to put some legs on the side here and kind of run them off a little bit. I need to have this thing because when I get ready to put the brakes or the seals actually in this tractor, you don't have to lift the tires, but you got to lift that brake drum, that big old axle, and they say it's pretty heavy. I imagine it is. So that's one of the main reasons I'm rigging this thing up. And it can sit outside. It don't have to be in the house. I have the boom and everything will go on top. So, all right, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.